Hey Dabbers, and welcome back to another Dab 2000 video and another ranking video. And today I will be ranking 26 Pixar movies today. Yes, another Pixar ranking, but it's been a while. I did check, the last Pixar ranking I did was 2 years ago, and there have been 4 new films that came out that I haven't even put in my Pixar ranking. So, with the Inside Out 2 coming out in theaters this June, I decided to rank them all with Inside Out 2. So, like, the new ones that I haven't included in this ranking before is Turning Red, Lightyear, Elemental, and Inside Out 2. So those are the 4 movies that have never been on my Pixar ranking, and today I decided to do that.
I am here too.
Yeah, Junior is here
Look
today.
how much taller I've gotten. I'm taller. I'm almost up.
But if I stand up for my rankings, you guys can't see my face, so that's why I sit down in my wooden seat
And some of your...
right here. If you ever want to see what seat I sat in, here it is.
And it does spin, actually.
Yes, it does spin.
And
But
I don't know where we got it from.
No. But if you guys were wondering, I do sit for these videos. You probably already knew that.
Oh, and that's also our table for our podcasts. If you didn't know that either.
Yeah. The seat I sit on is also the podcast table
That I use.
for the cinematic podcast. But if you guys know this, the Pixar rankings has some of my hottest takes ever. Like, I have some of the hottest takes ever of Pixar movies. So, buckle up because this is going to be an insane ranking. And don't absolutely roast me in the comment section because I think you guys will, because I've got some pretty good ones. So, let me know how crazy I am for making this list. And with that said, let's get started. Coming at last place, I have Turning Red. You're surprised I didn't say Inside Out, because usually it is Inside Out is my least favorite Pixar movie of all time. Well, 2022 happened, and Turning Red was my least favorite. This was my worst movie of my 2022 ranking video, back when I ranked all the 2022 movies. So it is my least favorite Pixar movie now. So this movie just does not resonate to me at all. All the characters in this movie are unlikable. You don't really care about them. You don't care about May's friends. You don't care about May. You don't care about the red panda stuff. It's kind of dumb. And the dumbest part about this all is the final boss fight is her twerking in front of her mom. That is a thing that happens in this movie, and I'm not even joking. So it is so bad. I can't believe Pixar put this out. And this wasn't even a theater one. This was straight to Disney Plus. So yeah, I watched it first day on Disney Plus, and it was not the best, and I just think we have a new winner for the worst Pixar movie. Junior hates this movie too.
It's so bad.
It is. Alright, coming out at number 25, I got Inside Out. So I did recently rewatch this film, like some of it, for Inside Out 2, and my opinions still stay the same, that Inside Out is still one of my least favorite Pixar movies. I can't get on board with any of the characters. I don't really like the characters as much in this movie. I think the decisions in this movie was kind of bad. I don't really like how they went with the story and stuff, and I feel like the characters are unlikable and stuff like that. But it is, I will give it credit, it is better than Turning Red, because Turning Red is just an abomination of a film. But this one, I mean, it has some sad parts in it, like Bing Bong like dying and stuff like that. So there are some sad parts in this film, but like it doesn't save itself from being one of my least favorite. Now I know that's been one of my hottest takes on Pixar ranking, but this is my list, and I just don't think Inside Out is that good. Coming out at number 24, I have The Good Dinosaur. Now,
I forgot about that movie.
You forgot about that movie? I did too, because this is one of the most forgettable Pixar movies, in my opinion. I can't remember for the life of me what happened in this film. All I know, it is a pain to sit through because it's so boring. Like, I don't ever think, like, every time I rewatch this movie, I'm never hooked at all. It's so slow, I feel like. This movie's just slow and boring. So, I don't know. I just never find myself rewatching this ever. And it's just, when I do, I'm just bored throughout the entire film. So, it's not that good. Alright, coming out at number 23, I have Brave. So, yeah. This one is not that good either because, I don't know. I think the bear stuff is weird when the mom changes into a bear.
It's like the whole movie, though.
I know. But the relationship isn't quite there for me. It's just a kind of a weird story. I don't know what else to say about this film. It's just, it's fine. But it's just not the best. Coming out at number 22, I have Finding Dory. So this is the sequel to Finding Nemo. And this is about Dory trying to find her parents. And I just don't think it's as impactful as Finding Nemo. Now, I've been lower on Finding Nemo than most people. You'll see where I put it later on in this ranking. But Finding Dory is way worse. Like The Good Dinosaur, this film, to me, is boring. Like, I feel like I'm bored throughout the entire film because, I don't know, something about it is just really boring and I don't really care about, like, Dory's trying to find her parents. I just don't care about the plot line. The only person that I really like in this film is Hank, the octopus.
Oh, yeah, he's chill.
Yeah, he's probably the best character in this movie, so that's why it's, like, better than Brave, Good Dinosaur, Inside Out, all those movies. But it's still kind of like a...
What about the otters?
Not that good movie. The Otters.
Those are good.
What? There's barely even any... Oh, at the end? Yeah, those barely show, though. That's at the very end of the movie.
They're still in it.
I guess. Alright, coming out at number 21, I have A Bug's Life. Now, this is one of this is the second Pixar movie that ever came out. And I'm not a huge fan of Bug's Life. I've never been a huge fan of Bug's Life. And I don't understand people that were like, it's amazing, puts it in their like top 10. I've just never seen it. I mean, the story is pretty mediocre. It's fine. It's a good like plot, but like it could have been better. I don't really resonate with the characters as much. I think the characters are kind of annoying in some parts, and it's just kind of forgettable, and I just don't want to rewatch this film. What?
Flick?
Yeah, Flick is fine, but
He's okay.
yeah. Alright, coming out at number 20, I have Cars 3.
Oh,
I knew Junior was going to freak out if I just said Cars, and it was 1.
No way that, Inside Out, like, those is better than Cars.
No. Cars 3. Now, people say Cars 2 is the worst Cars film.
I love it.
Me and Junior... Here, come here, Junior. Back me up on this one.
Okay.
So, everyone thinks last place, Cars 2. Me and Junior are Cars 2 defenders. Okay, you're being a little bit too weird. But me and Junior are Cars 2 defenders, right? We love Cars 2, right?
Yeah.
Are you looking at my list? Hey, don't look at my list. Alright.
Such a good movie.
But I do think Cars 3 is the worst. First off, I don't like Cruz. I think Cruz is annoying. The final race in this film, and it's like Lightning McQueen is going to do his last race, and then Cruz steps in. Like, why? We want to see Lightning McQueen do his...
We want to see him cook.
Yeah, we want to see him cook, but he doesn't. And Cruz does, sort of. And somehow she's faster than Jackson Storm, which is... Yeah. And I don't know, something about this film just never felt the same as like the first one and the second one. It just feels meh, not the best. I just don't really care about Cars 3.
I will be honest.
And all the characters are kind of like everyone else except for Lightning McQueen and Cruz are kind of like out of the film. Like Mater's barely in it. Anyone from Radiator Springs is not in this film as much as they should be.
I will be honest though, I do like the respect to Doc Hudson at the end of the movie. That's good.
Yeah.
Like,
That they paint him the color?
Yeah, that they paint Lightning McQueen the color of...
I mean, that's cool, but it barely lasted because in Cars on the Road, he just goes back to the Red Lightning McQueen.
I made a remix of the song, but I'll sing it if, like, theme song, I'll sing it if this video gets 1 million views.
Which means he's never gonna sing it. Alright, coming in at number 19, I have Lightyear.
What?
Yeah, Lightyear's not that good, Junior.
It's so good.
No, it's the worst. I don't even know if you could call this film a Toy Story film, because it's kind of like a spin-off of Buzz Lightyear in some sense of it, but I liked it the first time I watched it, but then rewatching it, keep watching it, it is kind of disappointing because Buzz Lightyear is stuck on a planet, like one planet the entire film, even though like the toy Buzz Lightyear is supposed to be like a space ranger and travels through different planets and everything.
And Zurg is supposed to be his father.
Yeah, and Zurg is supposed to be his father, even though they made him the same person, just older. Like, that's not what it was. In Toy Story 2, they say it's his father. It was supposed to be a joke, but still, you gotta respect that because it's still his father. And Lightyear's just, I don't know. I just found to be like, this film is not not at the height it should be. It should be, like, really good, and it turns out mediocre.
Actually, hold on. I'm gonna make my deal different. If this video gets 100 likes.
100?
Likes. Not views, 100 likes. And I will sing the song, the remix.
Alright. Leave a like down below, and we'll see
You
if he
want
does it.
You want me to sing it?
If he does, I will post. This does get 100 likes, I will post a community post to a link to, because this video is gonna be on Junior's channel. If it does get 100, so I will post a community post, link his video, and if it does get 100 views, you'll see the remix on Junior's channel, which is called Down 2000 Junior.
Oh, 100 likes.
Yeah, 100 likes. Go check it. Check out Junior's channel right now. It's pretty good. He's doing some FNAF videos right now. So, yeah.
And Star Wars.
But Lightyear, mediocre film. I like it less and less every time I rewatch it.
Because I rewatch it every day.
Coming in at number 18, I have Luca.
Bro, that's such a good movie.
No, it isn't, Junior. I will stand by this opinion. If you know, the last Pixar ranking I did was when Luca came out. And I thought it was okay. Now I still think it's okay. It's like not the best. Every time Junior rewatches it, I kind of like it a little bit less than when I originally watched it.
But Senior Vespa.
Yeah, no one cares. No one cares about these characters that much.
I do.
I know you do, but like,
Senior Vespa.
it's not really my type of film. Something about it just doesn't connect
No
with me.
action.
No, there's a lot of movies that on here that don't have action on it.
Yeah.
Like, Ratatouille's way too high up on this list if everyone else thinks about it. But I love Ratatouille, and there's no fights in this movie.
No one likes Ratatouille that much.
Well, everyone likes it, but they don't put it in their top 10, which is a little bit of spoiler because Ratatouille is in my top 10. So, stay tuned. But Luca, it's just not for me. I just don't connect with the characters. The setting's awesome. I think the setting is a cool place to do it. But, like, it's another, like, underwater movie. I feel like they've already done that with, like, Finding Nemo and stuff like that. So, like, another underwater story with another, like, types of those people is kind of, like, repetitive for me.
Doesn't Marvel, like, take place in a city almost every movie?
Hush up. Marvel's my favorite movie franchise ever. You do not talk about that here.
Star Wars is the best.
Star Wars is second for me. What am I doing? I'm supposed to be talking about Pixar movies. We are only on 18 and there's... Okay, let's do this.
How long's the video?
14 minutes.
Holy crap.
So I gotta keep going. Coming at number 17, I have Cars 2. So, a lot of people would put this at the very bottom of the ranking.
How is Toy
Last.
Story 4 higher?
Toy Story 4 is a good movie.
What's not better than
And I will stand by that.
Cars Dose is insanely good.
Cars 2 is good. I think the spy aspect of this movie is good. I never understood people are like, well, the first one's a racing movie, and then it's kind of weird that the second movie's a spy film. I don't care. I think the spy stuff is amazing in this film because you get, like, amazing characters like,
Finn McMissile.
Finn McMissile, Harley Shifwell. You just get two amazing spy characters, and then you get this like mystery spy stuff. Mater is the main lead. Of course, he's not as good as Lightning McQueen as a main lead, but he does a well enough job of doing the main lead stuff. So, honestly, I think this film is severely overhated, and I actually really like this film. Alright, coming in at number 16, I have Monsters University. Nothing to say there, Junior? It has grown on me. I would have put, like, I did check my ranking. I think I put this way below, like, Cars 3 and stuff like that. But rewatching it a bunch of times, I like this film. I think it's a pretty good film. It's a prequel to Monsters, Inc. Sure, it's not as good as Monsters, Inc. at all. But, you know, it does some cool stuff. It shows, like, Sully and Mike Wazowski's relationship at the beginning. You get the scare games, which is really cool. The ending kind of drags on a little bit.
Yeah.
What was that for? Junior? Care to explain? Alright. So, overall, it's fine. It's good. I think the end drags on a little bit, but I mean, honestly, the scare games are just awesome, and then you get some awesome new characters like Art and stuff like that.
Whatever happened to them, we never know.
We don't know. Alright, coming in at number 15, I have Finding Nemo. So, I am lower on Finding Nemo than everyone else. Everyone puts Finding Nemo in their, like, top 10, top 5 favorite Pixar movies of all time. I'm not there with you guys because, I don't know, something about this film is just not on that length of, like, greatness for me. But it's still a really good film. I mean, you get the adventure of Marlin and Dory trying to find Nemo because Nemo has been captured and, like, goes to a dentist's office. There's some funny jokes in this film. There's great characters. But I'm just not on the wavelength of everyone else on this film. Alright, coming in at number 14, I have Elementals. So, this was the last Pixar movie that came out last year. And first walking out of the theater, I thought it was okay. Fine. What are you doing under there, Junior? If you don't know, there's a table in front of me, and Junior's under that table, so it's kind of weird looking at him. Well, I'll just kick him down. Alright, so every time I watch Elementals after I saw it in theaters, I liked it a little more. So, like, I feel like Pixar did something very different from this film. Because it's a romance film and not like a silly adventure and stuff like that. It is a romance between two characters, and it's actually pretty good. The animation in this film is actually really cool looking, like the water, the fire, air, and earth. Earth is probably the, like, worst because it's not that good. The cloud people are pretty cool, but
Fire's the best.
but like the two best looking is definitely water and fire. They look really cool. I like how the water, like on Wade, his hair like keeps going back into his head every time. It's just, I think this film's really fun, and I have definitely done a 360 around this film, and I think this film is actually really good. Alright, coming in at number 13, I have Inside Out 2. So, it is kind of surprising that I put Inside Out, the first one, very low on this list at my second worst. What?
You like Inside Out 2 better than Cars 2?
Yeah. And Luca and Lightyear
Monsters University?
and Monsters University.
You are insane.
I think Inside Out 2 was really good. I actually really enjoyed this film. I am so glad I liked this one way better than the first one because the first one was awful. This one is really good. I think me and Junior were, and like everyone else was like really laughing at this movie. It has some funny jokes.
Everyone else is like Manny and Middle.
Yeah, and like the theater. Like when that guy, this is a little spoiler, so spoiler warnings if you haven't seen Inside Out 2. But when the video game character does his special attack and just rolls on the floor, it is hilarious.
And he gets like hunted out of the galaxy.
Yeah, it was just so funny. It was just like his special attack is just spinning on the floor. It is hilarious. But like, I think I like how this film takes place in a different stage of life when puberty hits, and then there's new emotions like anxiety, ennui, uh, wee wee, and hey, that's what they call him in the film. Don't judge me. Embarrassment, and I forget the envy, right?
Yeah, bro, embarrassment is a legend.
Yeah, so, yeah, just very good. I like all the characters now in this film, and the adventure feels, like, bigger and better. And honestly, I just had a blast watching this movie in the theaters. Alright, coming in at number 12, I have Toy Story 4. So I think Junior does not like Toy Story 4.
I actually do.
I know. Some people so there's two sides of Toy Story 4. Some people hate this film, wish it never was made and everything. And there's people like me and Junior that think this film is actually pretty good.
Toy Story 5 is pointless.
Toy Story 5 is pointless because literally at the end of this movie, Woody and Buzz break up and they, like, separate.
I'm not a big fan of Gabby.
Yeah, Gabby is not the best. But then you get, like, awesome characters like Bunny and Ducky, Forky. Like, you get some amazing characters. Duke Kaboom. Like, you get a lot of awesome characters in this film. You get Bo Peep back. You get, I just think this film is very overhated. But then there's another side of the internet that loves this film, and I'm one of them. I think this film is actually really good. And I've never understood the hate for this film. And because it's not about, like, Toy Story 3 is the ending of the Andy stuff. Toy Story 4 is the end of Woody. Like, it tells the complete story of what Woody wants to do after Andy.
So Toy Story 5 is confusing.
Yeah, Toy Story 5, I don't know what they're going to do with Toy Story 5. I think they have to bring Woody back, right? Like, they have to bring Woody and Buzz back. So, I don't know how this Toy Story 5 is going to go. But Toy Story 4, I think, was really good. Alright, coming in at number 11, I have Onward.
That's such a good movie.
So it barely missed my top 10, and I just think Onward's awesome. I recently rewatched this film, and I just forgot how good this film is. I love the brother aspect of this movie between Ian and Barley. Their chemistry is awesome, and I like the mythical elements in this film. There's some good, like, use of shots in this film that looks cool. The animation's awesome, and honestly, I just think it's a good road trip movie too. You won't expect that from this movie, but it is like a road trip movie. So, I really enjoy this film. Alright, coming in at number 10. We made it to my top 10. At number 10, I have Incredibles 2.
No, Onward's better than that.
I don't think so.
Onward is better than that.
I think Incredibles 2 is really good. Now, if you have seen my channel, my number 1 spot changes like all the time. I put Incredibles 2 at number 1. I put Toy Story 4 at number 1. Because I was a kid that when I watched a movie...
Well, you put Incredibles 2 at number 1?
Yeah, but you gotta remember, when I was like 8 years old, every movie I saw was my favorite movie of all time. Until that changed when I saw Avengers Endgame, and that never changed, ever. So, yeah. But Incredibles 2, it's definitely not as good
We need Incredibles 3.
Yeah, we do. But Incredibles 2 is not as good as Incredibles 1. But it's still a good movie. I think Screenslaver is a really interesting villain. I like the cruise at the end with the cruise ship, and they tried to stop all the mind-controlled people. I think that's cool. I like how you get Elastigirl as, like, our main focus in this film instead of Mr. Incredible, like the first one. So, yeah, I actually really like this film, and I also like the new heroes in this film, and everyone just gets a little more elevated from this film.
I really like Void. She's, like, the best new hero.
And then you get the Jack and Raccoon fight, which is just fun to watch. Alright, coming at number 9, I have WALL-E. So, WALL-E is a really good film. It's, like, about a relationship between WALL-E and Eve, and it's just really cool. And then you get the middle of it, where it's just space hijinks and just going crazy with all the space stuff. And then you got these big fat people on the crews that can't do a lot.
Lazy people.
Lazy people. But honestly, I really like this film. It was one of my favorite Pixar movies since I was a little kid. I always loved this film, and I still love this film to this day. Alright, coming in at number 8, I have Up. So, the first 10 minutes of Up is probably one of the most emotional Pixar scenes of all time when Mr. Fredricksen loses his wife. Just some of the most emotional stuff you'll ever see.
And doesn't have a kid.
And then after that, it goes bonkers. You go up in like a floating house, and you go to Niagara Falls. That's what it is. Is it Niagara Falls? No, that's a real place. Paradise Falls. Because I knew it wasn't a real place. But
I wish it was.
Yeah, and then you get like talking dogs, a lot of air stuff in this film, and jungle and stuff. I actually really enjoyed this film. It does take a turn, like in the between like this very sad beginning to this very fun ending. But honestly, it's still a great film.
With Russell.
Yeah. Coming in at number 7, I have Cars. Junior's favorite Pixar movie.
Hey, what's above Cars?
No, hey, whoa, chill. But that's Junior's favorite Pixar movie. Why is this your favorite Pixar movie?
Because I've seen it like 100 times, and I just watched it like every day of my life when I was younger.
Yeah. I still think this is a good movie. I love Cars.
How is Toy Story better than Cars?
Actually, the first 3 Toy Story
How
films
is
are
the
better.
third and second? The second Toy Story's not even good. Neither is the third one. They're not even that good.
If you say so. I love Toy Story stuff. But Cars, it's still a good movie because it made my top 10 movies of Pixar. Honestly, I think like my top 10 are like very solid Pixar movies. I think they're like the best of the best Pixar movies and stuff like that. But like, what really got me was my top 5. Like, any of them could change except for like number 1. But like 5, 4, 3, and 2 could change anytime. But Cars is still a really good film. It's about this, like, I really like about Lightning McQueen learning to care about people other than himself. That's really impactful and stuff. And it's just a very fun story going to Radiator Springs and meeting all these silly characters and everything like that. So it is a very fun and entertaining film. Alright, coming in at number 6, I have Toy Story 2. So yeah, I think the first trilogy of Toy Story films is better than Cars.
I don't agree.
Of course you don't agree, because you think Cars is better than every movie on this list.
My favorite.
Yeah, I know. I think we all know that. But I think Toy Story 2 is a really good film. I like how they introduce Jessie, Bullseye. You get a new villain in Prospector? Is that his name? Prospector?
Who?
Prospector. Is that his name?
With the mining guy?
Yeah.
Stinky Pete.
Stinky Pete.
Is
that his name? Stinky Pete?
I think. Or is it Stinky Joe?
Let us know down below in the comment
I thought
section.
it was Stinky Pete.
But,
Let me see.
like, so you, like, I like how they split up Buzz and Woody in this film so you could get, this, like, Woody's backstory as a toy and, like, how he was made. It was an old TV show and stuff like that. And then you get Buzz Adventure with the swapping and stuff like that between a fake Buzz and a real Buzz. It's just a really fun and entertaining movie.
One, I'm pretty sure.
What? When they get... No, that's this one.
Yeah, Stinky Pete.
Stinky Pete?
Yeah.
Alright, we made it to my top 5 favorite Pixar movies. This was really tough to do, except for number 1. I know what my number 1 is. But 5, 4, and 3... 5, 4, 3, and 2 could be swapped around because they're all, like, the same score, the same amount of goodness. So any of these movies can change throughout my ranking, but this is what I'm sticking with for now, but like a couple years from now, I might change it up again. Alright, coming in at number 5, I have Toy Story 3.
What?
What?
Toy Story 3 at number 5?
Yeah, what would you put it at?
Like, not even in top 10. It's not even that good.
You're insane, dude.
It's legit not that good.
No, it's great.
The end of it is sad when they all almost die.
Yeah. So basically, the end of this movie gets a great finale of Andy leaving his toys because he's too old and he has to go to college. It's just an amazing ending. You get the fire scene when all the toys are just holding hands together. Very sad. You think they're about to die, but they didn't. This is actually, fun fact if you guys want to know, this is the first movie I ever saw in theaters.
You saw that in theaters?
Yeah, this is the first movie I ever saw in theaters.
Mine was like Spider-Man Homecoming or something.
No, your first movie in theaters was Monsters University.
I saw that in theaters?
Yeah, that was your first movie you've ever seen in theaters.
The monster.
My first movie was Toy Story 3, and it is just so good. And I love the prison aspect of this movie. The prison break stuff is really good in this film. So honestly, it's just a really good film. Coming in at number 4, I have Ratatouille. So this used to be my number 2 favorite Pixar movie. It has dropped down some because I like some other ones more. But Ratatouille is awesome. I will never understand how people are just like, it's okay, it's fine, it's good. I love Ratatouille. I think the cooking stuff is awesome. Linguini's awesome. Remy's awesome.
I can almost smell
Emile is awesome. Colette, awesome. You get awesome villains, like evil cooks. It's just such a fun film to watch. What do you want, Junior?
I feel like I can almost smell the food watching that movie every time.
Yeah. So honestly, it's just very good, and I just think it's a really fun and rewatchable film. All right, we made it to the top 3. At number 3, I have Monsters, Inc. Monsters Inc. definitely deserves top 3. But it's just awesome. You get the duo with Mike Wazowski and Sully. You get Randall as a villain in this film. You get Boo. You get a lot of stuff in this film. The story is awesome. The score is awesome. There's a lot of things awesome with this film. And then you get a bunch of cool scares. You get the Sully learning to care about a human person for once. And honestly, it's just a really good film. And it is rewatched by Junior a lot and me. And that's why he keeps screaming Mike Wazowski's yell.
Yeah.
Alright, coming in at number 2, I have The Incredibles. So The Incredibles definitely shot up on my list from...
I just rewatched this like a couple weeks ago.
And I just forgot how good Incredibles is. I think it definitely deserves my number 2 spot because I love superhero movies. I literally just said a lot of minutes ago. This video's 32 minutes. Holy crap. But I just said my favorite franchise is the MCU. And this is a superhero story. And you get like new superheroes. You get like a family of superheroes this time. So you get to see the family dynamic in this film. You get to see a bunch of cool stuff. You get to see like the superheroes aren't accepted by the public anymore, so they have to go into hiding. I think that's a very interesting plot in this movie, and I just think it's really good. They do it really well. You get to see Mr. Incredible go on these missions without telling his wife, so it's like kind of an intrigue in this movie. So honestly, this film is just really, really good. But coming in at number 1, I have Toy Story. So this is probably my favorite animated film of all time. The only contenders for that one is... These are my top 3 animated movies of all time. It's Toy Story, Into the Spider-Verse, and Across the Spider-Verse.
Watch the movies right there.
But Toy Story, I've watched this film like a dozen times when I was a child, and I keep watching it every year. And it's just so good. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. I think, like, seeing Woody and Buzz become friends in this film is awesome. And then you get to see the relationships start. You get an amazing villain. Yeah, as Sid. And then this is also the first Pixar movie that was ever made. And I think it is one of the first 3D animated films that was ever made. So this was a very important film when it came out, and it is my number 1 favorite movie of Pixar. So that's why it comes in at number 1. what did you guys think of my Pixar ranking down below in the comment section? And how would you guys rank these Pixar movies down below in the comment section? Let me know. And tell me how much you disagree with my list, because I know I have some hot takes in this ranking. And I would love to know your hot takes for Pixar movies. And I will check you guys on another Dab 2000 video and another ranking video.
Toy Story is bottom 20.
No way you just said that. Goodbye, Dabbers.